fellow students. This is the Vern Dude speaking to you. Introducing myself. I was born in Oregon, hippie capital of the world, next to like San Francisco, whatever. 1968, August 19th. I'm a Leo, as if you couldn't tell. You just tell by looking at the mane, right? Seriously. Um, Graduate of a GED, a self-studied and well self-studied. Pretty much my whole life. Um, I have a dominant leaning towards all things spiritual, an outlook, um, it's kind of there in the quantum physical Richard or John Hagelin and Franz Kopp. No, oh man, wait, not Franz Kafka. I did read him. Gary Zukav, Dancing Wu Li Masters. Not really sure how to pronounce Wu Li in Chinese. That means whatever quantum physics, however they say it for quantum physics. There's like 27 different ways. Anyway, so yeah, so got a GED because uh, yeah, because I could in Job Corps. Took training for a year and being a line cook. Worked as a line cook for 17 years. So I'm fairly decent at cooking, though I really don't care to cook professionally anymore. Um, I do like to make interesting foods. I love Thai food. Some Oriental foods are really fantastic. Some Indian foods. Um, I like to be more of a free thinker when I cook. So I've worked in Italian restaurants. I worked in a German restaurant. I worked in a couple Mexican restaurants, a French restaurant, a couple Italian restaurants. Worked in a pizzeria once when I was a kid. Um, I've done construction, floor covering, heavy equipment operation, truck driving, welding, scrapping. Um, Now I'm a janitor. I've done that since I was 14. But, whatever. Pays, kind of, sort of pays the bills. Um, anyway, the reason why I'm at Full Sail is, you know, the economy sucks, you know, and in order for you to get ahead, one, you should probably pick something that you like, something that you've probably been doing for a long time, something that, for me, I cannot stand repetition that much. So I've got to have different facets of things going on and working out. So, producing and engineering kind of feels that it's got enough elements in it with everything that we're going to be learning, hopefully to keep my mind occupied, because I can get bored really easily, very easily. Things are too repetitive. If I know the stuff already, and if I know too much about the stuff, which isn't the case for producing and engineering sound, because I've always just flown by intuition there. Never really took the time to, all the things I've done is just curious. I've researched everything from conspiracy theory to esoteric knowledge to occult knowledge and philosophies and theologies and um, ancient civilizations. Really had a thing there for a while for researching Sumerian culture and the basic Mid-Eastern cultures. Haven't really done research into all cultures, just mostly the ones where everything started, because you just want to find out, I'm finding out that separating fact from fiction, basically, things like the Bible and everything we think we know. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I like getting to the bottom. I don't, my approach on this world is that it's pretty pretentious. It's fairly ego driven. It's fairly materialistic, and that's a fact. I mean, people don't see it. They don't think they're materialistic, but all of our operating systems are based out of job, love, enjoyment. I mean, it's fairly simply put, is a limbic existence, as Janine Garofalo would say, who I don't really appreciate for having said that, but it's actually quite true. Pleasure and pain, and everything that affords us the leisure of experiencing that. So, and I'm rambling. Anyway, so about me, that I've done a lot of research, learned a lot of things, taught myself how to do web pages and graphics for web pages. Got bored with that. It's boring. I wouldn't be boring if I learned how to like write code for computers or something like that, or that's always an evolving market. But that's I think music production could be one of those things, because I think sound is very unique in every aspect for bands, and you're always going to be tweaking and dialing because everything's going to be different all the time. So that's I just need a challenge, man. That's all. Seriously. Anyway, so yeah, I'm GED graduate. I'm blessed with a fairly high IQ. I keep telling myself and everyone else. I hope it's my goal one day to convince everyone, including myself. But yeah. So joking aside, I've been a musician since I was about 14, on and off. I've been in a couple bands. Um, Not really crazy about the ego struggles in bands. Not really crazy about the ego struggle of the self, but that's a different story. I'm really a spiritual person first and foremost. I don't identify with materialistically driven um, outlooks. I understand them because I came from one, but yeah, self-descriptions. I guess I'm spiritual, I'm a musician, I'm a good cook. Um, I tend to be a slacker because I pick up on things easy. Uh, so, yeah, trying not to slack in class. But, you know, I knew everything about digital citizenship. I didn't score as high as I could have, but I scored relatively high enough, except those two mistakes. Ooh, supposed to turn it in Word. Awesome. I missed that page. But a lot of stuff going on. I've got family stuff and like everyone else, a life, a new job that I was getting used to. I'm basically been doing computer stuff for too long, and that's bad on your health. It's better off if you're working, being a janitor like me, or something physically demanding. What kind of music I like? I like all music. What kind of food I like? I like all food that's good, if it's well prepared, and the kitchen's clean. If the kitchen's clean, I'll eat it. If the sanitation practices are properly. Um, trying to think of anything else. I'll write any kind of music too. I'm not afeared. I'm not afeared in no music. I do impressions. Asian, Southern American, Indian, like East Indian. Um, when me and the homies go out, me and my brother and the guys, we all go out. It's disturbing, but funny. It's only disturbing if you're serious. So don't be serious around us when we're out. I don't know. I don't introduce myself well. I'm just like, hey. That's pretty much my standard introduction. Is hey. That's it. From that, you should know everything. And if you don't, then you should read up on quantum physics more. Peace, dudes.